one of the stupidest, bravest things I did while in state club, I have to say, was when I was in super maximum security, solitary confinement, and I was on it's 12 of you on a tier, and you stay locked down for 23 hours a day, but you're in a cell, but you can talk to each other. And I remember, all the other guys down there, most of them anyway, would they would mess with the guards, harass the guards, flood the toilets, burn, just do all kinds of stuff to piss off the guards. The worst thing in the world for a human being is to be bored. I'm telling you, you'd rather be in the middle of a war on a battlefield than sitting somewhere locked up with nothing to do. And so, of course, this is an insane environment, so it breeds insane behavior, and this is what you see, and I never forget one time one of the inmates asked me, because I wouldn't get involved, I didn't flood, I didn't burn, I didn't disrespect the guards, I would usually just stay down there, and I was locked in my cell, and I would train my martial arts and meditate, write books, whatever it was I could do, to try and pass my time. But I wasn't a guy who was into messing with people that hadn't directly done something to me. And one day, one of the inmates down there asked me, he said, "Hey, Bam Bam, man, why don't you ever, mess with these guards with us?" Of course, it was the F word, but mess with these guards with us, man, And I was like, oh crap. Because when he asked me this, first of all, when you're in solitary, I was in solitary confinement. I was down there for a year. I pissed off some people, pretty bad, including the governor, So I had pissed off the highest ranked people. So they put me with the worst of the worst. So I was down there, I had some serial killers down there, some hostage takers, some mafia members, this was the real deal. So when one of them asked me that, he's like, why don't you ever, harass the guards with us? You have to be real careful giving the answer, because one thing that can happen is if these guys think I'm a cop or a snitch or something like that, it don't matter how good my kung fu is, First of all, they're gonna come at you in big numbers, and not even that, they'll come at you slick. These are smart guys, real smart guys. So I responded to him. I said, you know what? I said, I don't mess with them because they don't mess with me. And he said, this guy that I was talking to, he was a little troublemaker. And he said, well, we were yelling through our bean shoes where everybody could hear us, and everybody on tier could hear this, all the other inmates. And so he said, what do you mean they don't mess with you? They got you locked up. And I said, what? I said, no, I got me locked up by running around doing things I shouldn't have been doing. What are you talking about? They didn't lock me up. I locked myself up by doing some stupid stuff that you get locked up for doing, And so he said, yeah, but they're the ones who will keep you locked up. I said, yeah, but they're not doing anything directly to me. They just people to me, man, So I'm going to treat them the way that they treat me. And I remember then he came back and he said, yeah, but they're cops and you're supposed to, be against the cops and this and that. And then I came back and it was something I always, told all the inmates. And anyway, I said, look, first of all, I'm not a criminal. I committed a crime, for some dumb stuff to a desperate time, but I don't belong here with all of y'all that want to be in here doing things to each other and all this and smelling each other's breath every day. I don't like dudes, I love women, I like freedom, so I'm just passing through. So let's just look at it that way. And that's kind of how I did things. But when he said that, so that I brought that back up. Of course, I said that, and I said, look, this is something else, Everybody always talking that smack about hating cops, because I was getting mad. We were going back and forth, we pissed each other off, and I still always had that rebellious spirit where, if you push me, I don't care about dying, I don't care about anything. We gonna get it on. If you want to push and walk up to that line, I will cross that line with you. I will always put the pistol on the table. Boom, let's go, fool, if that's what you want to do. And so I said, I'm getting sick of this. I said, I'm getting tired of all of y'all so-called convicts talking all this smack about F the police, I hate cops, and this code. But you know what? If right now, if there was a killer in your house, if everybody thinking of somebody you love, be honest, because everybody always being so fake with themselves. Y'all so fake that it drills deep into y'all soul, and that's what a convict's supposed to be, is at least honest enough where you ain't nobody's bitch, you ain't gonna stand down for nobody, you ain't gonna lie for nobody. So let's be honest. You think about somebody you care about for real, whether it's your mom, your sister, your niece, your daughter, your son, whoever it is you got in your life that you care about. And if right now they called you and told you, hey, it's somebody in the house with a knife and they're getting ready to cut my throat out, who the first person you gonna call? Who you gonna call? What number you gonna dial? It was real quiet on the tier, you know. And I'm like, oh man, I'm getting ready. These guys gonna get me. But one of the main like this ex-mafia dude who was locked up down there with us, you know, rarely ever said something. He was an old man, and you heard it come from his cell. He said 911. And when he said that, everybody on that tier started laughing. And he said, Bam Bam, that's the realest shit that I've ever heard in my life. And I said, yeah, I know it is, man. I said, but that's the truth. So all this stuff that we talking about, I hate the cops and this and that, you know what's gonna happen? If you really, really needed somebody to protect somebody you care for right now, you couldn't get to them, you ain't gonna call Quan, you ain't gonna call Tyrone, you ain't gonna call Tommy, you gonna call 911. And you know what's gonna happen when you call 911? All those cops who you hate are gonna get in their car and they're gonna rush through traffic to go in that house. They're gonna pull your brother, sister, loved one, mom, wife, whoever it is, pull her out of there, get her safe in the car, get her away from there. Then those same cops who you hate so much are gonna go in there and risk their life to get that murdering killer out of there. You know what I'm saying? So that's what's real. I said that's the truth. So I don't play this old bull crap. I'm nobody's bitch. Not y'all's, not the police's, not the code of the convict, not nobody's. You know, I'm sticking with what's real. And when I said that to all of them, it was surprisingly, you know, I think that was the first big step that I took that earned me some serious true respect. You know, after that, that's when everything led into, you know, the martial art training. That's when the Muay Tigers, you know, started to stem from. But what it was it was what I said in the reality. But the most important thing that I think you have to learn from this is, like I tell everybody, you have to at every moment be willing to die for what you believe in. And that's one of the things with people nowadays. They don't believe in anything because all they're doing is trying to get along and trying to survive or trying to get ahead. And they'll live a lie, they'll tell a lie, and people see through that crap. You know, and you got all these people living these lies, telling these lies back and forth to each other, and it creates this giant mound of bullshit. And that's what we all get stuck living in. You know, so I was willing to die at that moment. I knew that by saying this, I was telling everybody that cops were good. Who you gonna call? 911. And making these killers and murderers and hostage takers and these guys who are the worst of the worst that's locked up because the prison can't handle them. I'm making them look deep inside themselves to see that they're full of shit. You know what I'm saying? That was pretty stupid, brave, and dangerous, you know, and that's probably the stupidest, bravest thing that I did while on the inside, I'd have to say so.